1. It oversimplifies complex problems. Design thinking promises that empathy, ideation, and prototyping will generate innovative solutions. In reality, complex problems, like climate change, education reform, or systemic inequality, are not design problems. They involve political, economic, and social dynamics that can't be solved by sticky notes and brainstorming sessions. This oversimplification risks producing superficial solutions that look innovative but fail in implementation. 2. Shallow empathy and token research. One of design thinking's cornerstones is empathy. However, in many organizations, this translates into quick user interviews or surface-level observations that don't deeply engage with stakeholders. Without sustained ethnographic research or true co-creation with affected communities, solutions risk reinforcing stereotypes or ignoring root causes. Example: a healthcare project might build a sleek patient portal without addressing systemic issues like insurance complexities, overworked staff, or digital literacy gaps. 3. It encourages innovation theater. Many institutions adopt design thinking as a buzzword to signal creativity and modernity, rather than to drive real change. Workshops with colorful post-its, rapid prototyping, and trendy language create an illusion of progress, but often lack follow-through, funding, and structural support to bring ideas to scale. Signs of innovation theater: endless ideation sessions with no accountability. Solutions that never move past prototypes. Repackaging old ideas with new branding. 4. Lack of domain expertise. Design thinking often assumes that generalist designers can enter any domain and innovate. But complex sectors like medicine, finance, or education require deep domain knowledge to identify feasible and sustainable solutions. Without expertise, teams risk proposing impractical or harmful ideas that collapse during execution. 5. Linear process in a nonlinear world. The 5-step model: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test, is marketed as iterative, but often applied linearly. Real-world problem-solving is messy and recursive, involving constant back and forth with stakeholders, policy adjustments, and data-driven revisions. The rigidity of the model can stifle adaptation. 6. Failure to address power and politics design. Thinking rarely accounts for organizational politics, power imbalances, and systemic barriers. Solutions often fail, not because they lack creativity, but because decision-makers resist change, or because deeper structural issues are ignored. Without addressing these realities, design thinking produces ideas that look good on paper, but fail in practice. 7. Overpromise, underdeliver. The hype around design thinking sets unrealistic expectations. It is marketed as a universal solution that guarantees innovation, but success stories are often cherry-picked and fail to disclose the vast number of failed initiatives. When the promised transformation doesn't happen, teams are left disillusioned. 8. Alternatives are often more effective. Approaches like systems thinking, participatory design, or lean experimentation often yield better results because they incorporate data-driven analysis alongside creativity, engage stakeholders throughout the entire process, not just at the start, recognize that change requires policy shifts, long-term funding, and leadership buy-in. Conclusion: design thinking isn't inherently useless. It can spark creativity and bring teams together. However, its formulaic, surface-level application often leads to underwhelming outcomes. Without deep expertise, genuine stakeholder collaboration, and structural support, design thinking becomes little more than a performance of innovation. To truly solve complex challenges, organizations must go beyond design thinking, blending evidence-based methods, systemic analysis, and long-term commitment with the human-centered principles that design thinking popularized.